The Sagittarius new moon is happening December 12th, 3:32 p.m. Pacific time, 6:32 p.m. Eastern time, and 11:32 p.m. Universal time. So adjust the time, my friend, for wherever you will be on the planet during this new moon in Sagittarius. This is a fiery turning point new moon. This is your inspired soul calling you forward in a new direction or an up-leveling of a current direction or trajectory that you are already on. This new moon wants to ignite the fire within, light the fire in our bellies. It's a quest for self-discovery for some of you. And for all of us, this is aligning us with a new vision for 2024. But first, this new moon is asking us to face a fear, reconcile a disappointment, or release a disempowering belief that we cannot take forward. We cannot put in our backpacks and take forward with us into 2024. There's something we need to release and let go of so that we can move into a higher vibe new year. So in the introduction to this video, I am going to share with you who will feel this new moon in Sagittarius most, who will feel it most intensely and personally. I'm going to share with you the aspects to the new moon so that you can get a sense of how you can finesse the energy so that you can give yourself a solid foundation, a solid plan for moving into 2024. And as always, I'll be doing readings for all 12 signs, letting you know in which house of your natal astrology chart, which area of your life you're going to be experiencing the Sag new moon. So listen for your rising sign, that is most accurate. And then your sun sign tells us how you may experience it on a personality, on an ego, life force level. And your moon sign tells us how you might experience it on an emotional level. And as always, I'll be pulling an oracle card for each of the 12 signs to give you additional intuitive magical messages. So before I go deeper into this new moon in Sag, I want to say hello and welcome. If you're new to me, I am so glad you found my channel. You are now part of a like-minded community, a like-minded tribe. Be sure and subscribe so you don't miss a video. Tap the like button and leave me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from or anything else that you'd like to share. Welcome back to my subscribers, my friends who've been watching my videos for some time. I so appreciate you. I know I tell you that every time, every video, but it's true, and I want you to know I would not be here without you. And I want to invite you to join us Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific time. This is when my videos premiere and we all gather in like-minded community in the chat. So please join us. And hello and welcome to my Sunday chat friends. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm Betsy Gutting. I am a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach and the author of the book, The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling. And this is a true callings, follow your soul new moon if I've ever seen one. So if you want to check out my book, the link is in the description box below. And I do astrology consultations as well as coaching sessions. So if you would like to buy a gift certificate for the holidays for one of your loved ones, you can go to my website and purchase that. And I'll leave the link for that in the description box below as well. You can also now book a 2024 year ahead astrology consultation on my website. And I have a free gift for you. That free gift is an instant download. I will tell you more about it at the end of this video and how you can get it. But if you would like to receive my weekly inspirational astrology updates, the astrology that happens between videos, just go to my website, sign up for free, and you'll get that instant download right away. Now, all new moons are times of reflection. They are times of assessing what we want next, our intentions going forward. They are the beginning of a manifestational cycle. So the first question we want to ask is, how do I want to feel for the next 2 weeks, from December 12th until the end of the year? What is the quality of experience that you want to have, my friend? This is a beautiful thing to plant seeds for, to intend during this new moon time. All new moons are when the sun and the moon come together. They huddle, they commune, they decide what do we want going forward. And for this new moon, this may feel to you like a quest because Sagittarius rules the quest. It rules our search for truth. It rules our search for happiness, deep level happiness. So this is about a calling. This is about where is my soul being called next? From a place of your heart, not from the intellect, not from your conditioned self, but from your enlightened self, your soul's knowing. So who will most feel this call of the soul during this new moon? It's going to be those of you who have planets or points between 16 and 24 degrees of Sagittarius or the other mutable signs of Gemini, Pisces, or Virgo. You will feel this new moon in Sag most intensely, most personally. But as I always say, we all have Sagittarius somewhere in our natal astrology chart. So we will all feel this in that particular area of our life to some degree. And of course, when I get to the 12 sign readings, I'll let you know where that's happening for you in your chart, in your life. Because Sagittarius is the seeker, it is the sage, it is the wise one within all of us, you may be asking your own higher self, what is next for me? What is my life purpose? You might find yourself soul searching. You might feel like you're even going through an existential angst period where you feel like nothing fits you, nothing feels right. You need a whole new life, some of you may feel. Sagittarius energy is connected to the 9th house of expansion, spiritual expansion, higher learning. This is mutable fire energy. This is changeable energy. This is where we are transformed by our questioning, by our asking, what is my truth? We are transformed in that process. And because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, you could feel optimistic, you could feel hopeful, you could feel something pulling you forward. Even if you don't know what it is, you could feel your soul, your dharma talking to you on a very deep level. And this new moon could have you, when it's all said and done, when you've worked with the energies, it could have you seeing with brand new eyes, my friend. Because Neptune is involved with this new moon energy, I think it's going to feel extra spiritual to us. Neptune rules the highest octave of unconditional love. Neptune is our connection to the divine. Neptune is our soul streaming love down into our crown, through our bodies, uplifting us, showing us a brand new vision for our life. It's a very visionary energy. So it's definitely where we are envisioning something new for ourselves. Now, I have to say, however, that Neptune is making a square to the sun and the moon. It's also widely squaring Mars in Sagittarius. And in square energy, you could feel lost. You could feel like you are going through an existential change and you don't know what's next. And you could feel, because Neptune in Pisces especially is the ocean, you could feel like I'm out in the ocean, I'm swimming all alone. Where are my people? Where are my answers? Now, during this new moon, Neptune in Pisces will have gone direct several days before the new moon. Neptune goes direct on December 6th. The new moon is on December 12th. I love that Neptune is direct. When Neptune moves direct, we feel support for creating a new vision. Now, because Neptune is making a square to the new moon, and as I said, a wide square to Mars, squares can make us feel tense or pressured. You could feel like, I have to hurry up and decide, please God, tell me what I'm supposed to do next. Tell me what my purpose is. You could feel at a crossroads. You could feel like, I have to choose a direction now. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to feel any sense of urgency. Why? Because Mercury is going retrograde just hours after this new moon, which I have to laugh at. I have to laugh when these things coincide. And I think what Mercury stationing retrograde on the same day of this new moon is telling us is that you have time to reflect. Mercury will go direct January 2nd. Perfect timing for the new year. And I really feel that this new moon is asking us to look at our foundational set of beliefs. In other words, do you feel that you can do it? Do you feel that you can have what you want? Do you feel prepared? Do you feel ready? Do you feel inspired? Because Sagittarius is sparkly, fiery energy, and conjunct Mars, it definitely wants to get us going. Mars wants to move forward. Mars is inspired energy. Mars is our desire. With Mars conjunct this new moon, we could feel a real push to move forward. But with the new moon making a square to Neptune, you could feel defeated. You could feel stuck in your past. You could feel like, I don't know if I want to take a chance or a risk. This is a risk-taking new moon, my friend. But you could feel like, I don't feel like I'm there. I don't feel like I'm ready to step out and do something new. You might feel like, I want to preserve what I've had. I've had a lot of losses in my life, and I'm not ready to risk losing anything else. And if that is coming up for you, that is a call to release any emotions that are attached to your past, attached to past losses, or attached to maybe criticism or judgment that you have felt from others. The really good news about feeling deflated or feeling like my life isn't right now, I need to change it, I need to fix something, I need to course correct something, the really good news about that is that this moon is going to help us to get to the root of that, to get to a sense of what are we holding against ourselves, or how are we blocking ourselves from the something new and better that our hearts so desire. Mars conjunct the new moon is going to give us the motivation and the drive to realign with our souls and dream bigger. Sagittarius energy says dream big from a place of your soul, from a place of possibility, from a place of optimism, not from a place of your conditioned self, or your ego self, or the part of you that was hurt by others, the part of you that isn't fully seen by people that are in a whole different consciousness from you. Don't dream from that place. That's a safe place. That's the place of our human self, which is very natural. But this new moon wants us to envision and dream from the place of our higher self, our future self. So it is okay, and even encouraged, my friend, even encouraged, to dream or envision your next thing, whatever that is for you, or your life upgrade, whatever that looks like for you, to dream or envision it from a place of, I have no idea how this is going to happen. I don't think I'm equipped to make this happen, but this is what I really want. And I want to give you an example of this. Just 3 months from when I was to graduate from college, and I grew up in California, I went to school in Santa Barbara. Just 3 months before that, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing after I graduate. If you've ever felt that feeling of like, oh my gosh, there is a turning point in my life coming and I don't know what I'm doing. It is the weirdest, most existential, angsty feeling you can have. But what I did know is there was no job description that fit what my heart really wanted. There was no conventional, especially, job that made any sense to me or that was pulling me forward. And at the same time, I'd had a very close friend who'd moved to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and had a huge ski adventure. She waited tables at night, she skied during the day, and she was on cloud nine. She was so happy, and she really inspired me because I was a beginning skier and I wanted to learn how to ski better. Not only this, but when I was 13 years old, I lived in Vail, Colorado, and I was a nanny for one summer. I was a nanny as a 13-year-old, which was way too young. I was homesick the whole time. But I was a nanny, and I got to know Vail, Colorado, and I fell in love with it. So what my heart really wanted was to go to Vail, Colorado and be a ski bum. Of course, I would have to work, and of course, I needed money to pay for my ski pass, but that's what I really wanted to do. However, I had no money, I had no car, I literally had maybe $100 in the bank. There was no way I could get there. There was no money to rent an apartment, none of that. But 1 month, literally 1 month before graduation, I got a phone call, and this was the most amazing phone call. Maybe it was probably in the top 3 of the most amazing phone calls I've ever received in my life. So I pick up the phone and a really nice lady on the other end says, "This is the Santa Barbara City Club. We were formed to give women a right to vote. However, since women now have the right to vote, we are a foundation and we give scholarships to high achieving women in the social sciences." So it turns out, and I had no idea about this, it turns out that the classes I took in my liberal arts education in the social sciences, I did so well in that I had one of the highest GPAs. They had a $4,000 scholarship for me for free. There was nothing I had to do. I didn't even have to apply for it. Not only that, but it was no strings attached. You could do anything you wanted with the money. So what did I do? I bought a Volkswagen Bug with red seats. I rented a hotel for a week so I could pound the pavement and find a job. And I had just enough money left over for my first month's rent. Now, why am I telling you this story? Because it was my desire. It was my desire, my heart's true desire, that attracted that prize that I received, not having to do anything to get it. And I need to acknowledge that the first few months of living in Vail were quite wobbly. I felt very untethered and quite lonely. But within 4 months, I met the man who became my husband and had 2 beautiful daughters who are the loves of my life. So I feel that during this new moon, Mars is going to activate that desire, that very strong desire. And my friend, you want to feed that desire. Feed it. It doesn't matter if you don't know how you're going to get there. That's what Mercury retrograde is going to help us with. And if you don't feel motivated and fired up and excited about something, you will probably feel frustrated. Mars can bring frustration. Mars can bring anger. That's a call to release your frustration and anger and get a sense of, what do I need to make a change into my life? What is upsetting me? What do I have control over? And most important, if I don't want this, what do I want instead? Now, because Mercury is about to turn retrograde just after this new moon, I feel that some of us are going to have past people come into our lives. If you haven't already, this could have happened during the Gemini full moon. I know it did for me. You could have past people coming back, phone calls, messages, and so forth. People that maybe have criticized you, people that have judged you, people that remind you of your old life, people that are not in the same consciousness that you are in. They could be showing up as I like to say, God in drag. God in drag. People that are our greatest teachers, showing us perhaps where we haven't yet forgiven ourselves for something, where we haven't acknowledged the truth of who we really are. Because when other people are still judging us, when other people are still criticizing us, usually because they're not in the same consciousness, so they have no idea, they really don't understand us. When that's happening, oftentimes on a very deep, unconscious or subconscious level, we are also judging ourselves. Some of you could still be comparing yourself to people who are on a conventional path. And if you think about it, that is not kind to do to yourself, because people on a conventional path are having completely different lives. Or comparing yourself to anyone for that matter. You are on your own unique journey. And this new moon is asking you to forgive and release anything that you might be holding against yourself that is keeping you from moving forward. And this has been a theme. This has been a theme actually ever since the solar eclipse in Aries, I believe it was. This is ever since April, this theme is coming forward. That it is so important, as Joseph Campbell said, and I'm paraphrasing, that we must release the life that we planned on in order to have the life that is waiting for us. This is a destiny-driven new moon. It is trining the North Node in Aries. It is saying it's go time. Yes, we have time to reflect. Yes, we have time to plan, but it is go time. Your Dharma is calling. So that empathic side of you, my friend, that deep, highly sensitive part of you, and this is a highly sensitive new moon, that beautiful spiritual warrior, that part of you that's put in so much effort to grow, to evolve your soul, that part of you needs recognition, needs acknowledgement, needs to be elevated in your own eyes. The part of you that you see as different from others, that is the part of you that needs to be elevated and celebrated in order to move forward in alignment with your soul's path. Now, there are a few super positive, supportive aspects to this new moon that I want to share with you before I get to the 12-sign readings. Jupiter, the ruler of this new moon, is in Taurus, focused on material security. The comforts, the pleasures of life, the reason we came here to be in bodies, as I like to joke. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus is opposing, making an opposition to Venus in Scorpio. And they are both very focused on material safety and security, on the good life, basically. So with an opposition like this can be quite intense energy. It can lead us to excess. It can lead us to overindulging. It can also be where we just want to feel so good. It feels so good. It feels so yummy. It feels so delicious that we kind of throw caution to the wind. Venus in Scorpio is motivated by emotional and physical intimacy. It's a very deep, deep sign. And with Venus in Scorpio, we easily merge our energy with other people. So you may feel during this new moon an urge to merge, and it may be very unconscious because that can be Scorpio energy. So keep your eyes open. Notice if you are falling in love really quickly, for example. Stay focused on what is aligned with your soul and in integrity with what your heart most wants. But big picture during this new moon, I think we're really going to be focused on material security. And we're really going to be asking, how can I better my life? I want a life upgrade. In Taurus, we want life upgrade. Venus and Scorpio, we want it to be deep and delicious and juicy. We want it to be deeply fulfilling to our hearts. But that can also be where we can do a deep dive emotional cleanse, release our past, and feel amazing as a result. This new moon is asking us to be mindful of staying in a situation, whether it's a relationship or a job or any situation really, staying in a situation because it's comfortable. This is a great time to make a plan for leaving a situation that is so comfortable that you feel stuck, that you know you're not growing, and you know your soul is calling you to expand. This is a great time to make a plan. Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is all about planning. It's all about reassessing. It's all about rethinking and gathering new information as well. So during the holidays, if you celebrate the holidays, during the end of the year time, mid-December till the beginning of January, I think a lot of us are going to be having some deep conversations with people we trust, Venus and Scorpio, making a harmonious aspect to Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. I think we're going to be doing a lot of heart-storming, brainstorming, huddling together, talking about our future vision. And not only this, Mercury stationing retrograde in Capricorn, the planner, the CEO of our lives, is making a trine to Jupiter retrograde in Taurus. So we are definitely asking, my friend, we are definitely asking during this new moon, how can we better our situations? But even more so, how can we take a beautiful stretch, reach, risk to make any plans pay off? And part of this process is going to be increasing our sense of deserving, increasing our sense of worthiness, Jupiter and Taurus, which is going to come, I believe, from releasing our past and releasing any grievances, forgiving ourselves, having compassion for ourselves, for the changes, the losses we've had, the difficulties that we've had in life. This is a brand new slate. This is a brand new era with Pluto moving into Aquarius. And if you haven't watched my video on Pluto in Aquarius, I believe it's quite uplifting and I encourage you to do so. We're going into a brand new era. It's time to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. So big picture, this Sagittarius new moon has these marching orders for you, my friend. It is time to honor and respect how far you've come. The grit and the efforts and the energy that you have put into your own soul's evolution. No more comparing your life to the life that you once had or to the people that are on a different path than you. And most important, this new moon wants to awaken us to the fact that your spiritual journey is the win. The spiritual journey you've been on is your victory. You are the one you've been waiting for. Your new life begins here. Okay, my beautiful friends, so let's do the 12 sign readings now. Listen to your rising sign. Your rising sign will tell you the area of life, the area of your chart in which this new moon is happening for you. And watch your sun and moon signs for further intuitive messages. So let's start with Sagittarius. Hello, beautiful Sag. Happy birthday to all of my Sag friends. I hope you have the most beautiful birthday. This is your new moon happening in your first house of identity, of the self. This is your appearance. You may want a whole new look during this new moon. This new moon is where you are seeding a new vision for your life in 2024 at the very least. This is a brand new vision. This may feel like a quest. This may feel like a dream. You may be asking about your life purpose. This is about your identity. It's about the roles you play in the world professionally and personally. You may be asking yourself, who am I now? You may have gone through a big shift in a relationship or a job or a home situation and be asking, who am I now? We just had the Gemini full moon right before this, and you may have really felt that. That was a clearing and cleansing new moon. A lot of us were asked to let go of the past. If you didn't do that on a certain level, if you didn't have things bubble up, I know I had a lot of stuff bubble up from my past that I released that was very cleansing. But if that didn't happen for you during the Gemini full moon, and this one is close to your ascendant degree or any other planets and points, you may find yourself doing that for this new moon. But this new moon also, you may feel this in your vitality, because the first house is also, how are we feeling energetically? Do we have our full energy, or do we need more energy? Because this is happening in your first house, it's an angle of your chart. You could feel this in any of the other major areas of your life: home, relationships, or career. So you may really be asking right now, what do I want in any of these areas of your life? But ultimately it comes down to how you see yourself, the titles that you use in your life, your title in your family, your title at work. You could start a new business, you could get a new job, you could become a parent, or you could become a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle. But whatever is changing for you, this is about, what do you want next? Where is your soul calling you? This is a soul calling new moon. If you're doing that soul searching right now, Sag, I really want to invite you to check out my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling, because it is all about that big life transition where you are asking about your purpose, asking about what's calling you, asking about what's next for you. So that would be very supportive to you. So, Sag, your message from Spirit is, if you find yourself releasing something, if you feel like you're shedding a skin during this new moon, if you feel like you're going through a transformation, some of you may have a shift in a committed partnership. And that's always a big change internally. But if you feel like something's really internally shifting for you, or something's happening for you on the external level that's challenging, go higher, go to your spiritual source, go to your divine connection and ask for assistance. Ask for the guidance, the answers that you need. Okay, Sag, so let's see what the cards have to say for you. I'm so excited for this new moon for you, Sag. Okay. Sagittarius, you're a rock star. Okay, Sag. Ooh, Sag, stay open. Stay open. This full moon, it reminds me of the full moon that we just had. The connection to the ethereal realms, the connection to the planets, the realization that what's coming to me is the I think it's Joni Mitchell. We are stardust, we are golden, and we have to get ourselves back to the garden. So there's something about imagining that you are a star, or that you are journeying to a star. There's something about getting a new perspective here, Sag, that when you imagine, for example, you do a guided meditation, for example, and you see yourself on a star, sitting up on the star, and everything else changes. You fill yourself with light. And I do have guided meditations on my channel that I always link to in the description box below, so you can get that elevated perspective. But that's what I feel like this card is saying. Stay open, yes. Be open to changes, be open to new possibilities, but also step back, zoom out, get that perspective that we get when we take ourselves in our imagination to a whole new reality, because a whole new reality is what is on offer for you as you shed a skin, as you release, as you let go, Sag, and begin to envision your life in a brand new way. Leave me a comment, Sag, if this resonates. I'd love to hear. Okay, Scorpio. Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Scorpio, you are having this new moon in Sagittarius in your second house. Your second house of earned income. This is your values. What's most important to you now? What does your heart most want? It's self-love, self-esteem, deserving. It's the house of material security and our possessions. So I believe you are forming a new vision for what you want for your life on a material level, what will be most comfortable for you. You may want to upgrade something in your home, for example, or some of you may say, I want a new car, or there's something here about, for some of you, making new money, getting a side gig, starting a business. There is a thirst, I feel, from that I think a lot of us will be having about, I'm done with the old life and I want better. This is a I want better new moon. And for you guys, it's on a material level. It is about your possessions, but it could also be about you up leveling your sense of deserving, because as I mentioned in the intro, we do have a number of aspects from Jupiter and Taurus, which is about worthiness and deserving. Your message from Spirit, Scorpio, is let the fire of desire ignite you. You will be unstoppable. If you let the fire of desire, like what happened to me, the story that I told in the introduction about getting excited to go and have a ski adventure, that ignited me. And that desire is so magnetic. As the Heart Math Institute found in a study that it did, our heart's desire is 5,000 times more attractive, magnetically speaking, like this is science, right? It attracts on a physical level so much more than any intellectual thinking about what we want. So Spirit says, when you let the fire of desire, your excitement, your enthusiasm, your joie de vivre, when you let that passion, Scorpio, and you are no stranger to passion, when you let that passion lead you and guide you, you will be unstoppable. And you will then also probably have a voice that comes up and says, here's all the reasons I can't have this, or this is crazy, or, what will so-and-so think, and all of that. And just observe all of those naysaying things that are going on in your head and still follow your passion. Okay, and I'm not talking about ego-based passions. I'm not talking about saying yes to something that really isn't soul aligned. I'm talking about what your heart really deeply wants, Scorpio. And with Venus and Scorpio making aspects to Jupiter and Mercury during this new moon, I think you're really going to feel this, Scorpio, in a beautiful way. So let's see. I've been shuffling. Let's see what the cards have to say for Scorpios. Scorpio, get ready. Get ready. Ooh, Scorpio, I love this card so much. Flexibility. This is a portal card. I love this card so much. There's so much light in this card, and it literally is going through the portal into the light. And there is a tiger here saying, you're not doing this alone. Call on the tiger. Call on the fierceness of the tiger. Call on the fieriness of the tiger, the boldness, the confidence that a tiger has. Call on that as that energy as a totem for you, as an energy for you that you can even get on this tiger and ride this tiger through the portal into your brand new life, beautiful Scorpio. There also, when I look at this card from a stepped back position, I see an angel here. So you're not doing this alone. Call on your angels, your spiritual guides, your spiritual help to usher you through a portal to a brand new chapter of your life in 2024, beautiful Scorpio. Okay, Libras. Hello, beautiful Libra. This new moon in Sagittarius is making a sextile to your energy. Sextiles are solutions. So they are in alignment with your soul, and they're new opportunities. This is where you're envisioning a brand new dream, or you're creating the ideal vision for your life. You're doing this in the area of the third house, which is your mindset. It's communication. It's your thinking. Some of you may really change how you think about something. You may really get a brand new perspective during this new moon, one that allows you to have more fun, one that allows you to maybe travel more or be more active or just bring in the magic. Sag has a magic to it, the synchronicities. I feel, as I'm talking to you guys, I feel this sense of, I feel some lightness in my heart, and I feel a sense of F it, I'm just gonna do this thing. I really feel that. Like, I'm gonna just take this risk. I'm feeling that. That didn't come through from spirit, but I'm feeling that right now as I talk to you. Also, this is your devices and your vehicles. This is short trips. So some of you may want to take like a day trip or a long weekend or something like that to a new place. Because when we get into new territory, we see with new eyes. New scenery would be really good for you right now. This is not only your thinking, but it's also your relationships with neighbors and siblings and aunts, uncles, and cousins. So some of you could have a vision for partnering with one of those people in your life, or for healing a relationship with one of those people. It's your neighborhood, and it is landlords. It's all the people in your local environment. So there is something here also for you about, I would be journaling about your vision here, because writing is covered under the third house. I would be thinking about, how can I get other people on board to help me with this? This is a very social house. There's a lot of busyness that usually happens during this time. And yes, for those of you who celebrate the holidays, it's a busy time. But you could be doing your dream, your vision could include speaking to groups. It could include you writing a blog, for example. It could include you writing a book. It could be anything where you're getting your message out to the world in some way, or getting it out locally, or like starting to teach workshops, especially in your local area. This is about learning something new, and this is having a new mindset, and this is seeing yourself and your life with brand new eyes, beautiful Libra. And if I didn't say it already, I think I did. Yes, I said there's a positive energy flow aspect, a harmonious aspect between this moon and you. So you will very likely be receiving some divine downloads. And if you aren't, ask for them. Ask for a breakthrough. You can ask for that in journaling, or you can ask for that in prayer or through your meditation. Okay, so your message from spirit. Your message from spirit, Libra, is that you must release the old dream that you once had for your life, or that you're having now that isn't working out maybe, in order to receive the inspiration on your new vision, on your new dream, on what your new life looks like. You have to release the old one. You have to, and for some of you, that might be some letting go, some grieving, some surrendering. Okay, so now let's pull a message for you, Libra. And I'm very curious if that resonates with any of you. Let me know, please, in the comments if it does. Okay, Libra. Libra. Your messages, woo, Libra, success, success. And once again, I think it was the last card, we had this like cat-like figure. I think of this as a Black Panther. I think it's a Black Panther now that I see it better. There's a lushness to this card. There's a deliciousness. There is a richness. There's a material life upgrade, I feel, with this card. You are going to be successful. Success is yours. Just know that it is yours. Put this in your mindset. I would do some affirmations if you don't feel this right now as I'm speaking it aloud. I would do some affirmations about this. This is the third house. This is your mindset. A really good use of your time would be saying things like, I'm ready for success. I am success. Success is my birthright. Success is who I am. It's my true nature. Seriously, I claim success. And beautiful Libra, if you want to claim it in the description box below, drop me, I claim success. It's always great to hear from you. Okay, Virgos. Hello, beautiful Virgo. Virgo, you are having this new moon in Sagittarius in your fourth house of home, family, and childhood conditioning. This is the house of your roots. This is where you want to feel a sense of belonging. You want to feel included. You want to feel like part of the tribe. You want to have a beautiful home sanctuary where you can just kick off your shoes and relax and feel comfortable in your own skin. But this is also about tribe, no question, Virgo. And because this is a new moon in Sagittarius, it makes a square to your energy, which means you're going to feel motivated to make some sort of change. You may feel some tension or pressure to take some sort of action, but you will definitely feel the drive and motivation. That's the positive about a square, is we can't ignore them. Squares are often crossroads. We are at a turning point. We are trying to decide here or there. And during this Sagittarius moon, because Mars is here, you will probably feel a certain amount of like fired upness. How's that for a word? Fired upness, Virgo. Some of you may move to a new home. Some of you may be in the process of moving now. Some of you may be remodeling or beautifying. Some of you may be saying, it is time to do some inner child work. You could be hiring a coach like myself to do inner child work with. You could be really getting a lot of downloads or messages, or in your quiet moments, you could be getting a sense of things that happened to you when you were a child, or people triggering emotional responses that have you doing the healing work on your inner child, because this is the time, beautiful Virgo, to be holding that inner child with care, with tenderness, with love, and letting that part of you know that he or she is the most important thing to you in your life. That your self-care, your self-love is top priority, Virgo. Okay, so Virgo, your message from Spirit is don't underestimate your power to create a new life, a new chapter, a new reality. Don't underestimate that power. You have what it takes to do that. It just may require some work, a bit of healing work. So Virgo, let's see what the cards have to say for you. For this new moon in sparkly, fiery, fired up Sagittarius. Okay. Virgo, your card is patience. Okay. Some of you may feel like the change cannot come fast enough. Some of you you've probably been working very, very hard at something. I know that my daughter, who's a Virgo sun, whatever I do, the light is weird. My daughter, who has her sun in Virgo, has been working extremely hard on a specific project. And she is, I know, feeling like, I'm done with this. I'm ready for this to be over. But notice in the card that you are flying. You are flying. And there's a full moon here. You may feel some relief when we have the Cancer full moon, which is going to be 2 weeks after the Sag new moon. You may feel some relief. You may feel some uplift. You may feel a manifestation may happen then for you that makes you feel good. But in the meantime, have patience with yourself. Go easy on yourself, Virgo. You can be the hardest on yourself. You can be the most perfectionistic of all the signs. And I get it. My North Node is in Virgo. I get it. I have Pluto in Virgo as well. I know what that feels like, but I want you to know that all of your focus on getting things right, all of your focus on excellence, all of your focus on serving yourself and others is paying off. Just keep focused on that inner child within you and treating yourself with the tender, loving care that you most need and deserve, Virgo. Okay, Leos. Hello, beautiful Leo. Leo, you're having this new moon in Sagittarius in your 5th house of pleasure, adventure, creative expression. This is the house of fun. This is the house of true love and romance. This is the house of children. This really is the house of gorgeous deliciousness of life. I call this the deliciousness of life house. Now you, Leo, are also receiving a trine from this Sag, this fire new moon. You're getting a trine to your fire. So this is really, really beautiful. This is a time that you may be asking, what do I want to put out into the world that is creative for me, that allows me to express my true colors? This is a true colors new moon for you, Leo. Some of you may want to get pregnant. Some of you may definitely be wanting to create a child, bring a child into the world. You will be quite fertile during this new moon, so this is a beautiful time for that if you want that. Others of you may be asking, where's my love? Where is my lover? Where is my divine soul friend? This is also very supportive of that, this new moon is. So whatever you want to create, whether it's a child or a creative child or a new love, this is about giving your inner child free rein, permission slip to express vividly and wildly and boldly to your heart's desire, to your deepest heart's desire. Leo, your message from Spirit is, this year for you can be better than ever. This year for you can be exactly where your heart desires. If you stay true to you, if you stay focused on you, and Spirit said, adopt these words, I'm moving up, I'm moving up. And some of you may be saying, oh, but I'm having a hard Pluto transit with Pluto in Aquarius. And if that's true, then even more reason to be focused on your own self-care, self-love, and happiness and fulfillment, beautiful Leo. So let us pull a card for you and see what the cards have to say for your 5th house new moon. Leo. Your card is, ooh, Leo, you're gonna like this. Abundance. Abundance is coming to you, Leo. Just say yes. All the pink, all the green, laying in the middle of a field of wildflowers. This is just pure beauty, pure lusciousness. This is just all up to you to give yourself permission to have this, beautiful Leo. And you may want to do some abundance affirmations as well. You may want to do some visualizations that are bringing abundance into your life. Do a vision board, whatever it is that you most want, whatever abundance is for you, because it's different for everyone. It's not just money. It's often that love that we want, or that published book that we want, or that song we want to write. It can be anything. Whatever it is for you, envision it, feel it in your heart, and believe in yourself, beautiful Leo. You can have it. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonates for you. I'd love to hear. Okay, Cancers. Hello, beautiful Cancer. Cancer. I have my moon and my rising in Cancer. Cancers, we are having this new moon in Sagittarius, in our 6th house of wellness. This is your daily habits, what you eat, how you exercise, how you move your body. This is your strengthening. I know that's been up for me a lot, and it seems like it's so hard to find time to do the strengthening work, but it is so important. This is also your job, your work, your daily work, whether you have your own business or you work for someone else. This is how you go about doing your work. You've probably heard the expression, how we do one thing is how we do everything. And I know I've been very aware of this lately. How do I take care of myself as I go through my day? Very, very important. Your message from Spirit. So this is where you could have a real, this is where you're having a new vision, where you're beginning to dream a new dream about, maybe it does involve a change in your physical condition. Maybe it does involve a change in what you choose to eat. This is about our body, and just, you know, whether we are making enough time to be social, whether we're making enough time to have love in our lives, all these things that we want in our lives. In a big way, this is about balance, having a work-life balance, having making sure we have time in our life for pleasure as well, which I know we don't always do, Cancer, right? We can easily put our energy and time and focus on to other people, which we enjoy doing. That does bring us a lot of fulfillment. But also, what about you, beautiful Cancer? Are you nurturing yourself enough? Your message from Spirit is that this is a reflective new moon for you. Take time to reflect, to relax, to rest over this latter part of December, and to really get clear on what you need. And what I was speaking about in the introduction to the video, of acknowledging where we aren't recognizing the part of us that has done the spiritual work, where we aren't recognizing the challenges of our path before this, and really giving ourselves kudos, giving yourself the gold star, the A+ for all the work that you've done. That is very, very important as well. So Cancer, let's see what the cards have for you for this new moon in Sag. Cancer. And your card is purification. I think this is why Spirit is saying, take time to reflect and relax and go deep. Nurture yourself. This is a card of nurturing. You are this beautiful yellow sunflower. Get out in nature. Get the sun on your body if there's sun where you live. Be in the light. Do a guided meditation that connects you to the divine. You are going through, Cancer, I believe, a deep rejuvenation period. And in this rejuvenation, and if you're Cancer rising, you just had that full moon in Gemini in your 12th house. And that was a purifying full moon. If I have ever felt one, that was a doozy of a 12th house full moon. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you felt that as well. So this purification process that began with the Gemini full moon, you may still be finishing that out. So give yourself the rest, the TLC, everything that you need to rejuvenate yourself for a brand new, beautiful, sparkling year, Cancer. Okay, Geminis. Hello, beautiful Gemini. I have my natal sun in Gemini. So Gemini, you are going to experience this if you're Gemini rising in your 7th house of partnerships. This is where you have a new vision for your life, a new dream. You may be writing out that list of qualities that you want to manifest in a partner, that you want to attract in a partner, or you're already in a partnership and you are sitting down with your partner maybe and talking about how can we revive our relationship, how can we nurture our relationship, or you're just talking about the things that you want to do together in your new year, supporting one another in your visions and your hopes and your dreams. Gemini, this new moon makes an opposition to your 7th house, which means that whatever happens during this time could feel like external people or events they're the ones who are triggering what you want going forward. They're the ones who are, it doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing. It can be an inspired thing, like the story that I told in the introduction about being inspired by what a friend had done. So it can be other people inspiring you or other people triggering you emotionally that then takes you into a new place, or someone calling you and saying, you want to get together and talk about what we want for the new year. It could be that too. Your message from Spirit is that how you treat yourself, Gemini, is how others will treat you. Now, we've all heard this a million times. I know that. And it can be so oversaid that our intellects just go, yeah, wah, wah, wah. But what I want to invite you to do is to really go deep with this for a moment, now or later. Go deep with it and ask yourself, is there any way that I am not as loving to myself as I want others to be toward me? And it could be very subconscious. But if you want, like I want, to be cherished by another, I mean, cherished, that's a high bar, right? That's a high standard. Most of us really want to be cherished. We want to be acknowledged. We want to be seen and heard. We want to feel understood. And that's very important for Geminis. Geminis really need to feel understood. It's very difficult for us when people are not communicating, right? Gemini, they're not letting us know if we're on the same page. We want to be on the same page. We love that feeling of simpatico. Whatever your highest desire is in partnership, are you giving that to you? That's what Spirit's asking. When you do, you're going to be that much more magnetic. Well, you'll be that much happier, period, partnered or not. But you'll also be that much more magnetic to receiving that from others who are important to you in your life. Gem. So beautiful, Gemini. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Gemini. Your card is, Gemini, enlightenment. There is a divine spark of inspiration coming to you, a divine epiphany. I love this card so much. There is so much golden, sparkly, new year kind of light in this card. And sometimes enlightenment can throw us off a little bit because we can be like, oh my God, now I see the truth. Now I see the light. Now I see everything with new eyes. Uh-oh, what am I to do with my life? Uh-oh, my life does not match this. Now what? You could feel that. Ride with the tide, go with the flow. Neptune in Pisces is making a square aspect to this moon, telling us to tune into the divine, let the divine carry you forward. And if you need help on that, if you need support, If this is a really big, shifting, enlightening new moon for you and it makes you feel untethered, beautiful Gemini, you can, number one, get my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, which will be very supportive to you. And if that isn't enough, you can schedule an astrology consultation or a coaching session with me and I can support you. But whatever you do, ask for a breakthrough if you're ready for one. Say, I'm ready for the next stage of awakening, and see what happens. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear, beautiful Gemini. I love this for you. Enlightenment is also receiving a lighter, more divine, flowing shift in your life. So that's really good news. Okay, Taurus. Hello, beautiful Taurus. Taurus, I think you're really going to feel this new moon because this is happening in a very powerful place for you. The 8th house of power. This is where you are seeding a new vision. I think a lot of you are thinking about your resources, your money, your time, your energy, and most specifically, how you are receiving that through other people or in partnership with other people, because this is a partnership house and it's a money house. And it's also the house of sexual intimacy and emotional, deep emotional connection, and where we team up with other people to make things happen in our lives. And I know, Taurus, you are a mover and a shaker. So I think this is going to be a transformational new moon for some of you. New moons don't tend to be as emotional as full moons, but in the 8th house, you could really get a big epiphany that changes something for you. This is also subjects like death and taxes. Your message from Spirit is that you are doing things differently in a much better way for you, in a more upgraded way for you. I think this has been going on for a while. I don't think that this is brand new for you with Uranus in your sign, but I do think that in this new moon, you're really going to be raring to go to think about how you work with others, especially, and this can be clients. It's not just significant others like romantic partners. It can be clients or other people in your business life too. But there's a sense of sincerity and purpose that you have going forward based on everything that you've already been through, Taurus. And also for some of you, a change in your desire, like a real change in what you want. You may be feeling that also. Spirit also said, celebrate, Taurus. Spirit said, celebrate Jupiter in Taurus, making a sextile to Venus in Scorpio. This could be new love for some of you. Some of you could attract a partner during this new moon or when the full moon moves into Cancer. So now, beautiful Taurus, let's see what the cards have to say for you for this new moon in Sag. Taurus. Your card is security. You are focused on security. There is no question about it. I really feel that, and it's not surprising with Jupiter in Taurus and this 8th house. You know, it's across from the 2nd house. This is the security axis. So this card is perfectly in alignment with you. Are you focused, Taurus, on building material security for yourself or on feeling secure in your life on a more emotional level? Because if you are, then this card is really validating that and saying that is the direction to go in. I mean, you can see this card there. There's a campfire here. Part of the message to me of this card is the security is within you. This doesn't cost anything, right? Now, I know a lot of you live in places where you can't go camping or you don't like to camp. A lot of people are like, camping to me? No, not doing that. And Taurus, you guys are probably more of the glamping people, I'm guessing. But to me, what this is saying is there's a very primal sense of security that is within all of us. That's what we're really seeking. We often think, well, when I get my retirement account to a certain amount, then I'll feel secure in my life. When I have that partner that I've always wanted, or when I get that business partner, then I can relax and be happy and feel secure. And this card is saying the security is within you. Light a fire or light a candle in your home and stare at it and receive an epiphany from the divine about where your true security lies, Taurus. And I think that might be quite illuminating for you during this new moon in Sag. But whatever happens for you, I feel that this is going to be passionate, I feel that this is abundant, and for some of you, it will be an upgrade in your love life or a brand new love coming into your life. So leave me a comment. Let me know, Taurus. I would love to hear. Okay, Aries. Hello, beautiful Aries. Aries, you're having the new moon in Sagittarius in your ninth house of expansion. This is a Jupiter ruled house traditionally, and the Sagittarius energy is ruled by Jupiter. I think you're going to feel this new moon very expansively. I think you're going to feel quite uplifted and excited. And yes, there is that Neptune square, which can bring us down with a thud, but it also shows us what's real and true, and it gets us going on a new path if we need a course correction. For you, Aries, this is making a trine to your energy. This is a harmonious aspect. It's positive energy flow. It's the wind at your back. It's not doing a whole lot, generally speaking, to feel really, really good. But Aries, you, like everyone, are on, you are, Aries, like all of us, you're on a quest. You want to envision something new. I think a lot of you are focused on life purpose, or you're focused on education. You're focused on expanding in some way, whether it's spiritually or mentally, or some of you want to travel to another place. Some of you may even want to move. Some of you may want to live abroad. This is about other cultures, other languages. Some of you may take a new course that expands you metaphysically or spiritually. Some of you may want to publish a book or publish something else or start a new website. But this big picture, this is about the quest for self-knowledge, the quest for seeing yourself with new eyes, seeing your life with new eyes. This really is about freedom. And I didn't say that earlier in the video. Sagittarius wants freedom. You love freedom, Aries. You guys are like freedom fighting cousins. And I don't mean the fighting part, but this is like on a deep soul level, you need freedom in your life. You need freedom in your life. So I think this will be growthful in a really positive, easy, expansive kind of way. I think this will feel like, the wind just filled up the sail and you are sailing on the ocean and you're moving fast and the wind is in your hair and it's feeling really, really good. Really, really good. Beautiful Aries, decide what you want and set that intention. Set the intention. If you want more than just to feel good, like if you want to have an awakening during this time, set the intention for an awakening, for a breakthrough, for a spiritual upliftment. Whatever it is that you want, doesn't matter. It can be anything. Whatever it is, like some of you probably do want to experience living in another culture. Whatever that is, set that intention so that your subconscious mind knows where to direct you next, knows how to inspire you with the next right action. Okay, so your message from Spirit is you are going on a new path, no question. It must be soul inspired. Aries, you already are someone who needs passion in your life, so I don't think I need to convince you that whatever you need needs to really, whatever your path is, needs to really light you up and inspire you. Let's see what the cards have to say, Aries. Aries. Interesting, Aries. This is saying simplify your life. I'm really curious if this resonates for you. This does remind me of the spiritual realm, because what's happening here, all there is a feather dropping to the ground. There's a quiet here. You may actually want during this, you may be fired up and you want to go out and party and have fun, but some of you may just want to be in another realm. Some of you may want to go into your imagination. Some of you may want to just really receive the light of the divine. And right now there is some construction going on above me. So I hope that I can edit that out of the video. But if you guys are hearing it, then to me, part of the message is put down your load. If there's any heaviness, Aries, that you're carrying, any burdens that you're carrying, put those down, simplify. Some of you have had quite a hard time with Pluto and Capricorn. I touched on that in the Pluto and Aquarius video, so I encourage you to watch that. Also, I have a video on Pluto going direct in Capricorn. I know that some of you may be in that process of lightening your load and putting down your past or the baggage that you've been carrying. So this may be saying that be light as a feather. but simplify where you can. I feel like some of you might downsize or sell your home or decide to live in a tiny home or do something, sell your belongings, maybe like I did to move to Mexico. That was a huge move. I know, like people rarely do that. That is something that most people in our culture don't do. Cultures, there are many cultures. But some of you may be so inspired. So Aries, let me know, what's your new vision? What are you inspired to do? I would love to hear. Drop me a comment. It's great to hear from you. Okay, Pisces. Hello, beautiful Pisces. Pisces, guess what? You are dreaming a new dream. You are envisioning a new chapter or a new life in the area of career and fulfillment and satisfaction, meaning Pisces, this is big. Some of you could be actually having what we call an existential crisis, like really not sure what your next thing is. Some of you could be like, I really want a new business. I really want to follow my passion. I really want to I'll just say it, drop my job. I just want to drop my job. I want to let go of my job. I want to quit my job. Some of you are ready for retirement maybe, but you don't have the money yet to retire, or you're investigating, do I have enough money to retire? But this is about your soul. How do you want to spend your time? What do you want to use your energy for? This new moon is making a square to your energy. So you will feel motivated to take action. You will feel some tension or pressure, or you're at a crossroads and you will feel like, I have to do it. I have to make a decision. As I said in the intro, which I encourage you to go back and watch if you haven't yet, there is some time. We do have Mercury going retrograde just after this new moon, giving us the signal that this is a good time to reflect and assess and decide what is most right for us. And Pisces, you can always get support from a coach or astrologer like me to help you with a decision if you need that support. But because Neptune and Saturn are both in your sign, and Neptune's been here forever, and it's making an aspect to this new moon, Pisces, I think that's going to help you to release something that you probably know you've been needing to release, let go of for some time, some of you at least. This is a turning point new moon for you. It absolutely is. Spirit says for you, Pisces, I have to breathe. Pisces, Spirit says for you, feel the fear and do it anyway. Is there something you want to do that feels scary to you? In my book, I call this exhilarated fear. If you feel inspired, if you feel lit up, if it feels like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this, but wouldn't it be amazing if I could? That is a sign. That is a validating sign saying, go in that direction, follow the thread, take the first step. It's okay if it doesn't turn out exactly like you think it's going to. You can course correct at any time. You can always change your mind, Pisces. You can always change your mind. For some reason, my throat chakra is clogging up. It makes me wonder if for some of you, there's something you need to say. There's something you need to express. There's something that you haven't said maybe to somebody in your life, maybe that you've been giving a lot of leeway to, perhaps a boundary that you need to set with another person that's then going to lighten your load and free you to say yes to what you really want, Pisces. Let me know if that resonates. I'm very curious. Okay, so now, beautiful Pisces, let's pick a card for you. Pisces, you are the mermaid and the merman of the zodiac. Swim to your destination. Let it flow, Pisces. Let it flow. Go with the flow. Ride with the tide. Ooh, there's so much sparkliness in this card, Pisces. Stillness. You are the swan. If you ever have felt, and most of us on this spiritual path have, that you were the quote unquote ugly duckling until you awoke. You get the verb tense I'm trying to reach here. Until you had an awakening and you realized the truth of you, that you are actually a swan, and that those others in your family or your tribe couldn't see who you were, and you couldn't see who you were until you found your swan, your true nature, swan nature. this card may be pulling you back to that, to shed another layer of untruth, unworthiness, undeservingness, guilt perhaps. Pisces can have what we call unearned guilt from past lifetimes, from past, from childhood, from, this could go way, way back in terms of past incarnations when you were shunned or ostracized or told that you weren't worthy of something. So this is saying go into the stillness, invite the divine to come in and heal and help you release anything that isn't true about you, because Pisces, you are the sparkling swan. You have a royal spiritual nature, and it's time to claim it. Beautiful Pisces. Okay, Aquarius. Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Now we have this thing, Aquarius, right? If you've been watching my videos, there's a thing about me singing to you. How this is developed, I don't know. But Aquarius, are you excited for Pluto to move into your sign? Some of you are going, no, 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 I know that. But others of you may be going, yes, because as we know, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. I need to learn the other words. What I really need to learn, Aquarius, is how to sing the other words well enough that I don't hurt your ears. But Aquarius, you're having this new moon in Sag in your 11th house of fulfillment. That's the 11th house. The 11th house is your hopes, wishes, and dreams. What is the new dream that you have now, Aquarius? Your new vision? This is what's being lit up and highlighted for you during this new moon. Also the house of friendships, alliances, support, community, causes, where we gather in like-minded tribe, the house of tribe. So you are in the right place here with me, beautiful Aquarius, here with all of us in our tribe. Aquarius, you are getting a lovely sextile, opportunity, solutions for whatever it is that you want, getting unstuck for some of you. You're receiving that through this fiery new moon. That fire will ignite your air energy. I know as an air sign, I love fire energy because it really helps ignite me. So you're going to get that during this new moon. This is also the world card. This is the world is your oyster. This is long-term gains. It's a money house and a relationship house. So there's an expansion here for you, for sure. I think of this as the world. It's also the star card in the tarot. A wish fulfilled. So what is your wish? What's the dream of your life going forward? The dream of your life right now? We have a lot of dreams, right, Aquarius? But what is the one that's most up for you now? This is the one that is calling for you to energize, expand, vision, call those good feelings to you, put those good feelings out into the ethers to pull it toward you. Your message from Spirit, Aquarius, is pull out all the stops. Be true to you. Be true to you. Let everything else go. Anything that is not in alignment with you, it's time to let it go. It's time to say sayonara with 2023, sayonara, brand new year, 2024, whole new era for all of us, and especially for Aquarians. So the cosmic intelligence wants to help you expand, Aquarius. Let's see what the cards have to say. Pull out all the stops. What does that mean to you? Leave me a comment. Let me know. What does that mean? Pull out all the stops. What are you going to do? What are you going to leave behind? What are you going to let go of to be true to you? And your card is, ooh, Aquarius. You're thriving. You are thriving with this new moon. This is one of my favorite cards, especially because I love giraffes. I love giraffes. They are so graceful. They are so wise. They can see above the rest of life. They can see high and look around and help be decision makers for their own lives and to help others make decisions as well. So this tree and this card, this pink tree, so much pink in this card, so much beautiful, sparkly pink energy. This pink tree is like how do I say this? This is like so rooted, able to receive whatever it needs for nurturing, but also it nurtures and nourishes others as well. So this is a validation for those of you who are in the healing professions or want to go into the healing professions. And it's also a validation for those of you who are like, I've been in survival mode and I'm ready to thrive. It's time to thrive, Aquarius. It's time to give yourself permission to have what you want. It's time to give yourself permission to be true to yourself. Leave me a comment, Aquarius. Let me know if this resonates for you. Okay, Capricorn, beautiful Capricorn, thank you for your patience. You are having the new moon in Sagittarius, sparkly, fiery, magical Sagittarius. You're having this new moon in your 12th house of the mystic, the mystical realms. This is a house of rest and retreat and rejuvenation, also where we can receive those divine downloads, where we can. This is a very imaginative new moon, meaning that we are supported to go into our imagination and take those soul journeys that show us something about ourselves or about the direction we can go in that really can refresh us and even take us to a whole new level of understanding. This can be an awakening new moon for you. It can be enlightening for you. It can also be where you do some work on your subconscious mind and you rewire your story, your narrative, especially if you've experienced loss. We all have, but if some part of you is holding on to the identity of that loss and that's keeping you from really envisioning or saying yes to what you really want, Capricorn, this new moon could help you in that way as well. Compassion, come pass on. Self-forgiveness, forgiving others, seeing others as God in drag, seeing others as just a mirror of a part of you, perhaps, that isn't as loving to you as you could be. That could be part of this new moon experience for you and quite healing for you, Capricorn. Your spirit, what spirit is saying is align with your divine self, align with your higher self, align with divine love, surrender and listen. That you could be very called to have a quiet, reflective new moon and time to, I just keep getting this sense of you on a spiritual journey in a meditation, a guided meditation, where you really up level your perspective. I keep seeing that and sensing that for you. And I do have meditations in the description box below that you could use to take a journey like that. And of course, there are many other free meditations on YouTube as well. And I have a guided meditation that is a free instant download for you that you can listen to over and over when you go to my website. Subscribe for free to my weekly inspirational updates and get that instant download. And that too, that will connect you with your spiritual guidance. Beautiful Capricorn, it will connect you with unconditional divine love. So Capricorn, that all said, do you see how I keep myself entertained? That all said, beautiful Capricorn, let us pull a card for you. 12th house. You are going into a brand new year, Capricorn, a whole new chapter, a whole new journey. Your card is Purity. The first thing I see when I see this card is a close-up of you, of your pure love self. I feel like what I want to encourage you to do is look in the mirror and say, and look into your gorgeous eyes and say, I love you. No matter what has happened in life, no matter the losses, the regrets, the guilt that, Capricorns can carry guilt. The blame that you may do toward yourself or other people, no matter all of that, look into your eyes and say, I love and accept myself just the way I am. Or even look into your eyes and say, I love you, and say your name. There's a purification process that's going to happen for you during this new moon if you allow yourself to go into the silence or go into nature. Nature wants to speak to you. The divine wants to speak to you. There's an epiphany that can come to you to show you, if you could see yourself as the angels and as divine sees you, Capricorn, you would love yourself more unconditionally. You would go easier on yourself. And for some of you, you would be easier on others, and you would have less static from your past in the way. This is a new moon to really embrace your purity, your soul's pure love light, and adopt that, Capricorn, as your new identity. It's time for a new identity, a new spiritual identity that is going to help you to soar into 2024. Soar into 2024. That rhymes. Beautiful Capricorn, if this resonates, let me know. I'd love to hear. The Sagittarius new moon, my friend, is calling you to your soul's next trajectory. This is about expansion, freedom, saying yes to your heart in a whole new way, a whole new level of higher vibrational living. So this has been a general reading of the Sag new moon for you. If you would like a personal astrology consultation to know exactly how this new moon is affecting you, but not just this new moon, the transits that are happening in 2024, what may challenge you, what may uplift and empower you, and most importantly, how can you work with the energies that are happening right now in your chart and going forward. Go to my website, check out the testimonials that other clients have left, and that'll give you a sense of whether you feel called to work with me. I offer life purpose readings, heart's desire readings, relationship compatibility readings, and 2024 year ahead readings, and of course, natal chart consultations as well. Thank you from the deepest place in my heart for your support of my channel. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your likes, for your thumbs ups. Thank you for your comments. I love connecting with you. For subscribing to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Join our tribe. It's completely free and we'd love to have you. And it's how you can support my channel as well. Thank you to my Sunday chat friends for joining me, and thank you for whenever you're watching this video. I would not be here without you. You are the reason that I do this work. As promised, I have a free gift for you. That is a soothing, guided meditation connecting you to your divine guidance, to unconditional, spiritual, overflowing love. If you would like to receive that, go to my website, subscribe to receive my weekly inspirational astrology updates, the astrology between videos, and you will get the instant download right away. My beautiful friend, the Sagittarius new moon is moving us forward. It's moving us into 2024. It is a new vision for our life going forward. This is a brand new sparkly beginning for us to soar into 2024. So check out my website if you'd like further support or to get a gift card for one of your nearest and dearest. And until my next video, my friend, I am sending you all my love.